Have we discussed about Buddhist economic?
Yes, we have already discussed in our previous classes. And I had sent the reading materials to Rahul also through email, the social, political, as well as in economic. The reading materials I had already circulated because you people had joined later on, but we had already discussed in our beginning classes of this course. So, related with the social aspect of Buddhism, political aspects of Buddhism, and economic aspects of Buddhism. We had discussed all these things, and if you feel any difficulty, then we can discuss the things.
Yes, I will go through that material and then I'll ask you whatever I won't understand.
Okay.
Professor, it's a culture and Buddhist culture. How can we, how do we write the answers?
If the question is being asked that what is the Buddhist culture?
It's like a culture and Buddhist culture. So we have to define culture first, and then regarding to that, we have to answer about Buddhist culture.
Yes, first, what is the culture?
Okay.
You have to define it, and then what is the Buddhist culture?
How it is different.
You have to discuss culture with respect to our Buddhism, with a special reference to our India as well as Southeast Asian countries also. How Buddhism, there was origin and development of Buddhism in India, how Buddhism came as a Buddhist culture, and how it became a part of our Indian culture also. Indian culture means that all the good things of our Buddhism were assimilated in our Indian culture also. And these have become one of the part and parcel of our Indian culture also. So Indian culture is our, you can say, this, whenever we discuss about Indian culture, this Indus Valley civilization or the origin of Hindu religion started, then Vedic, from the Vedic period we had discussed from the early, before the 6th century BC, what was our religious conditions at the time before 600 BC, what was the condition as well, related with the social and economic aspect of our India. Then we had discussed at the time of the Buddha, that is the 6th century BC, what was our social system, what was the political system, and what was the religious system. What were the 6 religious thinkers, namely Puranikasapa, Makhali Gosal, Sanjay Bilathiput, Nigantanath Put. These were the 6 contemporary teachers at the time of Buddha. So how the Indian culture were assimilated with the 6 philosophical thoughts at the time of 6th century BC or 6th century BC, and then how it continued for a long time. So then we have to discuss about the Buddhist culture, that how it became part and parcel, how at the time of King Ashoka, in the third Buddhist council, how 9 emissaries were sent to different parts of the globe, Sri Lanka, Myanmar, Majantika, Swarnabhumi. So 9 emissaries were sent. So they were the part of our Indian culture, or this was the Buddhist culture, but it became the part of and parcel of our Indian culture also. And whatever we are having the culture in Thailand or Sri Lanka, Myanmar, or in Southeast Asian countries, these are Indian culture. Although it is known as Buddhism culture, but in Thailand we are having a Vedic culture also, Brahmanism as well as Buddhism also. Both these are in some of the Southeast Asian countries like Cambodia. We are having the syncretism of Buddhism as well as Hinduism also. So these are our Indian culture. How this Indian culture where they became the part of other countries also. So you in that way you have to discuss and if you we are not in the beginning classes, but we had discussed all the social, political, and economic conditions at the time of Buddha also 6th century BC, and before 6th century BC, what was the conditions? So, any more question if you have?
Thank you very much.
Okay. Kiko, do you have any question?
Yes, I have one question about sati and samatha and vipassana. Yes. Kaya Anupasi and Vedana Anupasi is samatha. And Chitta Vipassana, Chitta Nupasi and
Chittanupassana
Vipassana and Dhammanupassana is Vipassana. Yes, I read in reading material, and is it written in Satipatthana Sutta?
Yes.
Samatha and Vipassana.
So let me clear again. There are two terms, samatha and vipassana. Yes. Samatha means the word samatha has come from the root samana. Samana means to remove or to destroy. And samatha is by which all the defiling factors of our minds are being removed or destroyed. So, in technical sense, samadhi is the name of Rupa Jhan and Arupa Jhan. There are two terms, samadhi. We have already discussed samadhi and dhyan also. There are two terms. Samadhi in Pali, it is also called as samadhi. But dhyan in Sanskrit, it is called as jhan. Jhan is that jhapeti ti jhanam. That concentration or jhan is that which burns, jhapeti, or extinguishes the defiling factors. In that sense, suppose there is a fire and this fire is being destroyed, or you can say removed. This is called as samana or samatha. So here we have heard the name of nivarnas. Nivarnas, or it is called as in English it is called as hindrances. Hindrances are those immoral factors which put obstacle in the path of concentration. They are 5 in number. That is the Kama, Chanda, Vyapad, Thinimid, Udach, Kukuch, and Pichkicha. So there are 5 types of nivarnas. It has been defined in Pali. Nivaranti paryondhinti na chittam samadhitam iti nivaranam. Means nivarnas are those immoral factors which put obstacle in the path of concentration or samadhi. That is the Kama, Chanda. That is the sensual pleasure, desire for sensual pleasure. Kamshand, Vyapad, that is the antipathy or hatred. Vyapadoti dosoti par vinas chinta, a desire to harm others is called as Vyapad. Third is called as Thinimidh. Idleness related with the consciousness is called as Thin, and idleness related with our psychic factor or mental factors is called as midh. Chitasya akalyata ti thinam, chetsikasya akalyata ti midham. The fourth is Udhacha Kukuch. There are two words. Udhach means that brooding of mind from one place to another place. This is called as Udhach, distraction of the mind. It's called as Udhach. In Sanskrit, it is called as Auditrya. Iti tato dhavanam ti udhachyam. That what our mind roams from one place to another place. This is called as udhachya. Second is the kukuch. Kukuch means that what should be done and what should not be done. This type of thinking is called as kukuch. That brooding over of mind. That is called as katanu katanam sochanam ti kukucham. What should be done and what should not be done. And the last is called as avidya. That is this is called as ignorance. Avidya is the name of not knowledge of the Four Noble Truth, not knowledge of law of conditionality, not knowledge of our law of dependent originations, not knowing the 10 types of precepts. This is called as ignorance. In another way, ignorance or avidya is the name of that it has the characteristics to cover the nature of the reality. That whenever we do not know the nature of the reality, that all things are subject to impermanence, all things are subject to suffering, and all dhammas are subject to soulless, this is called as avidya. For removal of these 5 factors or 5 nivarnas, there are called as jhanam, factors of concentrations. They are 5 in number: vitak, vichar, piti, sukh, and ekaggata. There are 5 types of factors of the concentration, and there are 5 jhanas also. That is the vitak, vichar, piti, sukh, ekta sahitam patham jhanam, vichar, piti, sukh, ekta sahitam dutiya jhanam, पीति सुख एकता सहितम तृतीय झानम सुख एकता सहितम चतुर्थ झानम and upekkha ekaggata iti pancham jhanam. So these are called as 5 antidotes for the removal of the 5 types of nivarnas, namely kam, chand, vyapar, tinimid, udach, kukuch, and vichikitsa. This is called as rupa jhan. Arupa jhan is the name of the concentration on the objects which do not have any form and color. Arupa, when there is a concentration of the object which do not have any form and color, this is called as arupa jhan. Arupa jhan is the name of, there are 4 types of akasa enchayatan, vyana enchayatan, akinchayatan, nev sanya, nasanyayatan. So the name of the Rupa Samadhi and Arupa Samadhi is called as samatha. That is the calming down of mind. Samadhi is the when the hindrances which put obstacle in the path of concentrations, they are being removed and our mind becomes calm down. It is, you can say, serene. It has become very much calm. Then it is called as samatha. There is another term, vipassana. Vipassana, there are 2 words, vi and passa. Vi means vishesha pakarena. That is the special way. Passati means visualizing the things. What is that is the visualizing the things, the nature of the reality, that all things are subject to impermanence, all things are subject to suffering, and all dhammas are subject to soulless, anitya, dukkha, and anatta. So vipassana has been defined as anitya adi vishesh pakarena passati iti vipassana. That vipassana is the name of visualizing the things of the nature of the reality, that all things are subject to impermanence, all things are subject to suffering, and all dhammas are subject to soulless. This is called as vipassana. Vipassana is achieved through the panya. Panya means right understanding. It has another name of sammaditthi, or right understanding, or right vision. This is the name of, that is knowledge of the Four Noble Truth, knowledge of the Eightfold Path, knowledge of conditionality, knowledge of law of dependent originations. This is Samvik Drishti or Sammaditthi or right vision. And in Sammaditthi Sutta, it has been defined in a very detailed manner that one who knows the Kusala, Kusala Mula, one who knows the Akusala and Akusala Mula, and one who knows the Four Noble Truth, one who knows the Ahara, Ahara Samudaya, Ahara Nirodha Gamni Pratipada, and one who knows the law of dependent origination, and one who knows the Asav Samudaya, Asav Nirodha Gamni Pratipada, is in the position of right vision or Sammaditthi. So this is through the Panya, a person visualizes things that all things are Sabbe Sankhara, Nichati, Jadai Panyai, Pasati, Athnibandite, Dukhe, Samaggo Visuddhiya, Sabbe Sankhara, Dukhati, Jadai Panyai, Pasati, Athnibandite, Dukhe, Samaggo Visuddhiya, Sabbe Dhamma Anattati, Jadai Panyai, Pasati, Athnibandite, Dukhe, Samaggo Visuddhiya. So this is you can say, Vipassana. So this is the difference between Samat and Vipassana.
Yes.
Any more?
And so the difference between Sati and Vitakka. Vitakka is always first jhana. Vitakka is how.
Let me. Vitakka is the initial application of minds towards the object. There are two terms, Vitakka and Vichar. Vitakka is, suppose there is a sound, there is a ringing of the bell. So when our mind goes that what has happened, from where it is ringing. So ringing of the bell is called as Vitakka. It has been defined that whenever initial application of a mind towards the object is called as Vitakka. It is also called as applied thought. Applied thought is the English translation of a Vitakka, that whenever our thought is being applied, that from where this sound or anything has or any event has happened, this is called as Vitakka. It has been defined as alambane chittasya abhiniropan lakhanoti vitakko. Abhiniropan means that it is the initial application of minds towards the objective. Vichar is sustaining of mind towards the objective. Alambane chittasya anumanjan lakhanoti vicharo. That whenever with the vibration of the sound, there are 2-3 examples, the difference between Vitakka and Vichar. That ringing of the bell is called as Vitakka and vibration of the sound is called as Vichar. When a bird wants to fly in the sky, flapping of the wing is called as Vitakka, and coming into a sky is called as Vichar. So there are 2-3 examples which have been given by Acharya Buddha Ghosh in the text Athasalni, commentary of Dhammasangani. So this is the Vitakka. Regarding the sati, mindfulness, there is a Satipatthana Sutta in which Buddha says that ekayano ayam maggo sattanam visuddhiya nibbanasya sachikriyai jaditam chattaro satipatthana kayanupassana, vedananupassana, chittanupassana, and dhammanupassana. So Buddha says that sati or mindfulness is just like it is the only path for the realization of a state of eternal bliss, Nibbana. And they are 4 in number: Kayanupassana, Vedananupassana, Chittanupassana, and Dhammanupassana. Buddha has defined mindfulness just like a doorkeeper. Sati dwariko biyeti badami. Oh monks, I call mindfulness or sati just like a dwarpal or dwariko, as a doorkeeper. As a doorkeeper does not allow any undesirable person to enter into the house. In the same way, a mindfulness does not allow any undesirable immoral factors to enter into the surface of mind. So they are 4 in number. Kayanupassana. Anupassana means awareness. Anupassana. Anu means that which follows. Passa means visualizing, or you can say being alert. Being alert again and again, related with the 32 parts of our body. All the activities related with the body is called as Kayanupassana. And Vedanaupassana, that is the awareness related with the 5 kinds of our feeling. That is the Sukha Vedana, Somanas Vedana, Dukha Vedana, Domanas Vedana, and Upekha Vedana. This is called as Vedanaupassana. Third is Chittanupassana. Chittanupassana, that being awareness related with the 89 kinds of consciousness and 52 types of psychic factors. All our 89 types of consciousness have been divided into 21 types of kusala, 12 types of kusala, 36 types of vipaka chitta, 20 types of kriya chitta. Altogether, there are 89 types of consciousness. So, really being aware of all these 89 types of consciousness and 52 types of psychic factors, this is called a Chittanupassana. And Dhammanupassana, that is the being aware of all the Four Noble Truth, Eightfold Path, Law of Dependent Origination, all the Dhammas or teachings of the Buddha. This is called as Dhammanupassana. So this is the mindfulness. Is it clear?
Yes, thank you very much.
Any more question if you have? Momoru, do you have any question?
So far I'm okay. I'm reading the material again. So.
You go through all the reading material. If you feel any difficulty, I will meet again on next Wednesday. We can discuss all the questions, whatever you have. You just go through the 10 titles of our, which we have already discussed recently. So if you feel any difficulty, then again we will discuss in this our interaction because our courses are over. So if you have any question, then we can discuss the things.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, okay. So any more question if you have? Hiko, you have? Hiroko, any question?
Yes, thank you very much, Professor. I don't have a question so far. Thank you very much.
Okay. So Kiko, do you have any question?
Yes. Doctor said about democracy of Sangha. And you said Sangha is the most oldest, like a communist party, and so sharing the every member of the sharing each other. Then so please tell me most important philosophy of the Sangha and against the social Sangha between the Sangha and the ordinary social, and the most important philosophy of the Sangha, what influence to the oldest Indian social?
Whenever we let us discuss what is called as Sangha. Sangha is, there are 3 words if you go through the Sangha. Sam plus Han Dhatu and Ra Pratyay. Ra is the suffix. There are 3 letters there. Sam means properly. Han Dhatu, Han verb is means to kill, and ra is a suffix which makes it a noun, sangha. Through these words, it becomes sangha. Sangha is the name of the assembly of the persons who have come together after discriminating all the factors related with the caste, color, creed, anything. All the discriminating factors they have removed, and they have come together in one community or in one group, in one assembly. That is called as assembly. So Buddha was a very democratic person, and he followed the democratic nature in the organization of the Sangha. And first of all, there will be no any caste system in our Sangha, because even a Sudra or a Brahman who has been converted into a monk or a Sramana, they all are equal. There is no any caste system in our Sangha also. And for lay people also, Buddha also says that Chattaro Banna Sam Samahanti. All the people are equal. No one is inferior or superior. Whosoever thinks that one is superior and one is inferior, he is engrossed with papakam dithigatam. He is associated with the that there must be no any caste, color, creed in the Sangha also. And if you go through the democratic nature of Bachiyans, people of the Vaisali, they were also following the democratic nature also. And Buddha followed the same democratic nature in our Sangha also. And there will be no any property to the monk, and whosoever. There were only 4 requisites for a monk and nun. That is the Chivara, Pindapata, Senasana, and Putti Mut Bhesaja Parikha. These are the only 4 requisites which a monk or nun can possess. Otherwise, all the property belongs to the Sangha, not to any individual monk or any nun. So all the decisions are being taken together by in a democratic nature. No any rule or any, you can say, regulations were decided by anyone, but all of persons who were belonging to the assembly or sangha, they decided unanimously to adopt these the 227 rules for the monks and 311 rules for the nuns. So there was a democratic nature in the Sangha also. And there was no any feeling related with the caste, color, creed, and anything in the Sangha. And for the lay people also, Buddha also says that all the people are equal. And even in Sutnipat, in Vasal Sutta also, or in Khudak Path also, we are having that na jacha hoti brahmano, na jacha hoti vasalo, kamuna hoti brahmano, kamuna hoti vasalo. That by taking birth in a low caste or in a superior caste, one does not become low or superior, but by come or by action, a person is the Vasala or Vrisala, low, or a man becomes a Brahmana or the superior one. So this has been said in our text also. Any more? So we had discussed about the social dimensions also in our class. If you go through, we'll discuss it again. Regarding the political system also, we have discussed that what are the duties of a king, how he has to behave with duties of a royal king. We had discussed thus Raj Dharma for a king, and what are the system of the good governance we had discussed that there are 10 types of rules meant for a king for the good governance also. It has been given in our Pali text also. So we had discussed in our previous class also. And I have given you the reading materials also. So you go through, and if you feel any difficulty, we can discuss again. Okay. Any more question? If you do not have, then we can meet together again on next Wednesday. Otherwise, if you feel that on this topic, I may give another lecture on the next Wednesday, you let me know 1 day before so that I can join on the same topic. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, then take care of yourself. And if you have still some questions, we can continue. Otherwise, in the next week, we can meet together again.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Kiko, do you have any more question?
No, I have no question. Thank you.
No. Thank you for detailed
Okay.
explanation.
So you go through the reading materials, and in the next week we are meeting together again. And if you have some questions, again we'll meet together again, discuss the things. Okay, goodbye. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very
Good night.
much,
Bye.
Good night.
Professor.
Thank you very much.
Good night.
Good night.
Yeah.